I'm not gonna let a girl look at my phone.
Why?
Because I'm gonna have other girls in there, 100%.
Hi, I'm CHIAN Reynolds and I'm back. New season, new dates. And to be honest with you, I'm not impressed with the dating scene.
I think 99% of the world's problems would be solved if females walked through life with their body count on their forehead.
I've given some high scores.
I thought we might as well do the date properly.
Ah, see, I like this. And I've definitely given some low scores.
So, like, I'd just say Venus Caribbean langers with nice jugs.
Oh my God. It's time to find a man that can tick all the boxes.
Do you know what? There wasn't actually any red flags. Wow.
Myron Gaines, I'm here to go on a date, I think, or a debate, I don't know. Someone put a bag over my head and told me to show up here, and they just brought me here. And I'm here.
Do you go on a lot of dates?
Ooh, we're in England, so I can't invoke the fifth. Damn, what do you guys say when you don't want to incriminate yourself here in England?
No comment.
Yeah, okay, no comment.
By that, I'm judging you're a one-night kind of guy.
2 to 3. I try to keep my retention somewhat high. I need a good rating on what do you guys use here?
TripAdvisor.
You guys use TripAdvisor? It's in 1997? What the hell?
Can Cheyenne ask you whatever she likes?
Yeah, I got nothing to hide unless it's like former government stuff. But other than that, I'll say whatever that I can disclose.
Yeah, and finally, are you ready?
I think so. I don't know. The dudes that kidnapped me and brought me here, they said it would be fun. I don't know. Hey, what's up? How are you?
Hello,
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Myron,
you.
pleasure to meet
Myron.
you. You gonna give me a hug or what?
Oh,
Don't be
okay,
awkward.
hug. Nice to
Nice
meet
to meet you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Chilling.
You smell nice.
Thank you. I try.
He made me hug him. I don't know why I'd done that. So, how are you?
Chilling.
Chilling?
Doing well. Yeah.
Yeah? Cool.
How about yourself?
I'm good, thank you. Good. It's a bit hot in here though, so my hands are a
Yeah,
bit
it is.
like,
It is warm. I will say that. It's definitely
Yeah.
warm, but it's called grilling, right? So.
Oh, I like that.
Attractive but typical girl.
So, tell me about you, Myron.
I'm a professional misogynist. No, I'm just kidding.
Great.
Loved by some, hated by many. Just
Yeah?
on the internet, yeah.
On the internet. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're both on the internet. I've
Yeah, we are.
seen.
It's a strange life.
Yeah.
Very
I've seen
strange.
some videos. You're not a fan of me, are you?
You know, I'm not a fan of many things.
Yeah.
You just happen to be in there maybe a little bit.
Why is that?
We disagree on some things.
I think we might get on though. That's why I'm like interested. Off to a great start. He hates me.
I think it's very important to be able to articulate your views, and if you don't agree with someone, it doesn't mean you have to hate them, but
Exactly.
you know, but I think being too agreeable is not good. Very
Really?
bad, especially as a man. Because typically if a guy is too agreeable, you can't trust him.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because all men want to get laid. And if you don't tell the truth and you're just being agreeable, well, he's trying to get laid and he's trying to lie as well. So.
Well, at least the man actually admits all men are trying to get laid.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's absolutely pointless to have a female friend.
No, it's not pointless to have a female friend.
Very pointless. 100%. Why would guys sit there and be friends with girls? It's pointless. Stupid.
So you don't have any female friends?
Absolutely not. It's a waste of time.
How is it a waste of time?
Because women don't offer much utility to you as a guy.
What makes you think that?
Well, I mean, if you get in some kind of fight, she can't do nothing. What's she gonna do? She's gonna be like, oh my God. It's like,
Why
and
would
then,
you want a woman
if
that
anything,
fights?
she's a liability. That's what I'm trying
But
to
a
say.
woman would fight. Like, I'd fight a woman for you if you're my man.
I don't want my girl to be involved in any type of physical confrontation.
Really?
That's not her job. That's my job. So I look at it like, if I'm with a girl and I'm supposed to protect her and provide for her, etc., I want that to be my woman. I'm not gonna give that type of energy to like a friend. That's stupid. Why am I gonna put my life on the line for a girl that doesn't even suck my dick? Wait, but is that too much there?
I think you should just be able to have a friendship with women though.
Well,
Firstly, it's not always like men versus women. So I kind of feel like having female friends will give you that balance to understand like there's actually nice, normal women out there that aren't just trying to sleep with you like for your money or everything like that. We bring a lot of value.
I've interviewed almost 1,600 women now at this point, and I would say, without a shadow of a doubt, women are absolutely terrible at understanding what it takes to be attractive to women as a man. So their advice typically is not good at all.
1,600 women. Poor women. Men carry like a lot of like hurt and they push it on women.
Okay. Hurt in what way?
Yeah, I think it's because like, for example, this incel culture, which like respectfully, like your podcast really brings to life. You're just projecting onto women unnecessarily. Because there's a lot of good women. Like I myself would say I'm a good woman. I don't do anything wrong. I'm very loyal. I'm a kind woman. And a lot of men will make the assumptions because of podcasts like yours and people and men like you to then push that onto me, that this kind of woman, I'm a gold digger and I'm this and that, and I'm not.
Well, the reality is, would it be fair to say that most men, I mean, you said there's a whole incel culture, etc. Would it be fair to say that most guys are losers and don't really measure up?
I personally don't think that, but
Keep it
I
a
know,
thousand.
No, but I'm saying
Keep it a
no,
thousand.
I personally don't. Like genuinely, I don't.
Okay.
Like I genuinely
Being
don't.
politically correct. I'll keep it real since you don't want to. Most guys, I'll be honest, are fat, losers, and don't have leadership qualities. And there's a whole bunch of reasons for that. And most women, quite frankly, are terrible. They're whores, fat, rude, crass, whatever it may be. And most of them don't qualify for a relationship, and most guys don't qualify to be the leader of said relationships. I think it goes on both parts. Okay, the men are weak, and the women, there's a bunch of issues there. So what we basically highlight on our podcast is you need to be the best version of yourself. And I think the thing is that guys are yearning for this because we've been lying to men for the better part of 5 to 6 decades about what being masculine and strong actually is. We've been demonizing it when in reality, guys need to become stronger. Because no woman wants a weak man, even though girls say dumb shit like, oh, well, you know, I want you to be emotionally intelligent and get in tune with your feelings or whatever. It's all a lie. Oh, see. Okay.
No, but I personally would like a man that's emotionally available and emotionally intelligent, but it's not me saying like, I want you crying all the time. So, do you know what I mean? It's true though. Like, so I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, you have to give some room for men because like men's mental health is a serious like issue.
We tell guys not to be vulnerable in front of your girl. You know, you go ahead, you're going to be vulnerable, you're going to shed a tear, whatever. You do that around other men that understand, you know, the male experience. Women don't understand the male experience at all. And it goes to show, like when I said earlier, when you put the girl in a male perspective, I want you to pick up this girl. They always fall flat on their face because women are in a privileged position where they don't have to necessarily understand what it takes to attract a man because men come to them.
For me, as a partner, I would want to be able to give my man a safe space to be able to be vulnerable. And it's like, but not completely like, oh my God, cry all the time, but just so he knows like, it's like things are okay. You know, like it's supposed to be a partnership.
No, it's not a partnership.
Why
That's
is it not?
another common lie in modern day dating. It's not a
But
partnership.
I want a
whatsoever.
partnership though.
Question for you. Do you want a man that's taller than you? Idealistically speaking?
Ideally, probably, because I like to wear heels. I like to be seen.
Fantastic. Do you want a guy that's stronger than you?
Yeah.
Do you want a guy that makes more money than you?
I'm not fussed about money.
Okay. Well, you want it to make at least your equivalent, if not preferably better. Remember, this is your ideal guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want a guy that's more confident than yourself?
Yeah.
More experienced than yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. You basically described the superior. So you expect this guy to come in and have a partnership with you?
Whatever he might excel on, I'll also add value in other ways, because it's not always about being physically on par with that person just for certain requirements. Like you can't birth a baby, you know, and things like that.
but
So we complement each other in other ways, and so we're still equal in that sense.
men and women are not equal at all. At all. That's another fallacy that we have in modern day dating culture, which leads so many women astray. We're not the same. There's certain things that men can do that women can't do, and vice versa. And we're different, and we're designed to complement each other. And I don't believe in partnerships. I think men come in and lead, women follow. And I find it funny because women typically want a man. And here's the thing: what you just described is what every girl wants. But they think that they're going to go into a relationship with a guy that's better than them in every single metric, and it's going to be an equal partnership or 50-50. It doesn't work that way. There's always a leader. There's always a decider. And for it to work, the man's got to be in a leadership role, never the woman. Women can't lead anything.
Yeah, we can.
Not even.
It creates too much pressure on you as a man then. Because if you want to be this like macho man, do you not think that's going to cause a lot of strain on a relationship?
Pressure creates diamonds. Because here's the thing, women are just the cherry on top. Like you should have already built the cake by the time she comes into the picture. You know, you should have already conquered a boardroom or conquered some kind of physical labor, or played sports at some point in your life, endured some kind of stress. Like men need to go through pain. Men must become. Women are, men must become. Being a loser is unacceptable. If you're broke, fat, or you don't got yourself together, that's your problem.
Yeah, but then men like you would complain about women because you'd say, oh, they only come for like the glory of it, like, and not the graft. So I'd rather be with someone that I'm building with.
I've never said that women build. I actually say the contrary. I say women don't build, they move in.
Yeah, but
I acknowledge that cold reality 100%. And I tell guys they need to build the castle so that she can come in and, you know, put some things up here and there in your castle. But at the end of the day, you got to build the structure. Women aren't going to build it with you. Those days are done. Women want a guy that's
Some women do though. Like a lot of women do.
Some?
No, a few. Like the ones I know.
I would say a minority. A majority want a guy that comes pre-assembled.
What is he talking about?
So we got to go off of the majority, not the minority. If I'm advising men how to operating in the dating marketplace, I can't tell them, look out for this 10% that wants to build with you. No, the reality is most women want you to come pre-assembled. And to be honest, the most attractive and youngest women that have the most options, they definitely want you to come pre-assembled. Women want winners. They sit at the finish line and pick the winners.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in New Britain, Connecticut,
Okay.
2 hours north of New York City.
So what was your upbringing like?
Great. Parents were together the whole time, stable. I had a sister, brother. Still, I mean, they're still alive now. I said had, but yeah, like they're gone. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I grew up, went to high school, played basketball in high school, played video games. Still have my childhood friends to this day. I would say I grew up like in a pretty good situation. We didn't grow up with money, right? We grew up fairly, poor, lower middle class. My parents struggled, especially in the beginning. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I think it's important for young men to grow up like struggling.
Yeah.
I think it builds character. You have to do it.
How will you raise a son with your mindset? I'm just curious to know.
I would raise my son to not be a victim. I'm at a point now where very successful financially, but my son would not see any of this money at all. Yeah. I would make him get it out the mud because, like we discussed before, trust fund babies typically don't know what to do in life and how to, they don't understand and appreciate the value of a dollar. And I thank my dad for instilling that in me early. I mean, my first job was at McDonald's and I got fired. And I quickly learned that I didn't want to be in the service industry, but it made me appreciate people in the service industry. So what is this, by the way?
So this is like a tonic wine. When I drink, I'm like quite a mellow person, chill, can put you in the mood.
You're not an angry drunk?
No, I'm not actually.
No? Okay, that's good.
I'd be the worst angry drunk.
Yeah, well, I could tell.
So do you not drink?
I don't, it's haram.
So have you never drunk?
I have. I definitely have. But I mean, it's not really conducive to my life goals at the moment, so I don't really drink like that.
It's just more self-awareness, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as a guy, man, you can't afford to have things that clout your inhibition or your ability to go out there and create and become a better version of yourself. And I think like that's why I'm really big on like not drinking, doing drugs, any of that stuff. You got to be focused all the time.
So how do you find dating then, with the way that you are?
I mean, when you understand the code, it's plug and play. It's like, okay, deal with the girl, size her up, figure out what kind of chick she is, and then bam, you already know kind of how to move.
So like, what's the code?
Depends on the girl.
Okay.
You got to be able to adapt based on the woman that you're sitting across the table from. Yeah, I have the female codes in my sleeves. I know pretty much what they all are.
Okay, so how are you adapting to me right now?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I would
I
say...
want the code now, and then I'll ask the code again by the end of it.
Yeah, I would say recreational use only, no offense.
So what's like how many codes is there?
Well, it depends on the girl. If you deal with a girl that's younger, that's in her prime years, well, you got to understand that she's more, inclined to look for fun. If you're dealing with a girl that is in her mid-20s, a lot of times she might be pursuing, it depends on the girl, but she might be pursuing some type of stability or some security, and you got to play to that angle. Or if you deal with a girl that's a little bit older, late 20s, 30s, and up, 9 out of 10 times she's going to want some type of security if she hasn't gotten it already.
Code, it's not even that deep. Like, either you like them or not. You don't need to put them in categories. So what kind of women do you want? Sorry.
Me? Mm-hmm. I mean, I could deal with whatever. My thing is, I need her to come into my life and be an asset and not a liability. Right. Most girls are liabilities, to be honest.
Do you think? I think
100%.
The right woman, though, could like really just compliment you and make you like progress in your life.
Well, you got to train them.
No, you haven't. In order to train someone, you need them to listen. I'm telling you, no woman is listening to you.
Like most girls come into your life, and if you don't know what you're doing, she's going to come in as a liability, 100%.
No, you don't train them, though.
You have to train them.
It's like training a dog. You wouldn't do that.
Oh, here we go. I knew that was going to...
No, but it's true, though. It's not training. It's not something like, once again, it's just seeing this person as your equal. Okay, but showing the person respect. It's not training.
So I look at it like, if I'm going to have a girlfriend, and she's going to be my girl, and she's going to have my title, well, she's got to be trained to rise up to a certain level because I'm going to make her into an asset. Buy me a bag, do this, blah, 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 take me on trips, whatever, when they haven't earned it. So you got to detrain those bad behaviors out of that girl and make her an asset into your life versus a liability. Most guys don't understand their value. They bring her into their life. They give her everything. She hasn't earned it. She doesn't respect him. She's walking all over him. She starts to dictate the relationship. You're not getting sex tonight, blah, blah, blah.
He's so rude. Obviously, this is your experience, so I can't argue that. But there's...
I mean, this is biology. Women are hardwired to extract resources from men. It's been that way since the beginning of time. Biology rules everything, guys. They could sit there and say, oh, but I'm doing this and my truth, blah, blah, blah. Biology rules you. There's one truth. There's no such thing as my truth. Female, typical, blah, 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 trash.
No, but I kind of feel like from my experience, if I'm going into someone's life, I would want to add value, so I wouldn't really take things. And I kind of feel when you.
What did you just say 2 seconds ago? You said, in my experience.
Yeah,
I come in and I add a value.
Yeah.
That's you. Majority of women come in, meet the guy. Okay, what can I get from this guy? Okay, this guy's a simp. I'll just take him out on dinner dates he could pay. I'm never going to smash him. Another guy, this guy's hot. You know, I can smash him. I can hang out with him. This guy, he has some utility. He's a plumber. Okay, he can do my plumbing, but I'll give him a BJ once. Girls put guys in roles. It's your job as the man to make sure you're the top guy and you got the main role where you're not investing too much and she's investing more in you. Girls only respect men that they invest in. The girl always has to like the guy more than she likes him.
No, I think it works better the other way around.
When the guy likes the girl more?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Why does it not make sense?
Because women want a man that's better than them. So how do I look if I'm better than you and I'm sitting here chasing after you? It doesn't make sense. Women only respect men that they chase. It doesn't work the other way around.
Once again, with this like new wave of women, we don't want to keep fighting for a man that's if he's going to treat you like an option.
See, here's the thing. We can say that women are changing, whatever, but we're all slaves to our biology. Women are 100% okay with sharing men. It's been that way since the beginning of time. I would say it's even more apparent now. With Instagram, dating apps, etc., a minority of men are getting a majority of the women. And women are okay with that. I mean, walk into a nightclub. Walk into a nightclub, it's probably one of the most carnal representations of human nature. All the women are sitting in one section with a bunch of the guys that have the highest perceived status in that social setting, versus all the other guys are out there in general admission struggling. So, women always gravitate towards the best guys, and they're willing to share those guys.
So what's your type?
My type? Fit, feminine, friendly.
Yeah.
Submissive. And coachable. And coachable to be trained. You got to train women, man. I know that sounds terrible.
He's still talking. Fucking hell.
Women don't like it when they get criticized. If I go on a podcast and I say, you know what, guys, you need to stop being bums. You need to get your money on point, stop being fat POSs, etc. They actually admire and respect that. People are in the chat, flame emojis, whatever. I go on rants on the guys all the time. I'm sweating, going crazy. It's like I'm delivering a preach. I think she's trying to grill me, but what she doesn't know is I'm a black belt in this. I've dealt with 10 girls like her at the same time on my podcast, so she's gonna take an L. Women rarely get held accountable for their poor decisions. Men do, though. Men have to live in reality. Women are afforded the privilege of being delusional. So when a guy criticizes a woman, oh my God, right? If you don't believe me, think about it. If a dude's fat, we just call him fat. You're a loser, huh? If a woman's fat, love your curves, girl. You go. She's rude and obnoxious. Oh, you know what? They just can't handle you. You're strong and independent, fierce. We have all these terms to cover up female inadequacies, but we don't have these same terms for men.
I think a lot of it comes from like narcissistic behavior from men and misogynistic
Women are far more
views.
narcissistic than men are.
No, women can be, so I'm not disputing that.
Far more narcissistic.
But I kind of feel like with men that attain a certain level of status and power, it gives you the opportunity to try and to dominate.
Big difference, though.
No, but this is
Men
why
earn narcissism.
men do not earn a right to be narcissistic. Like, just shut up.
Men earn confidence and arrogance. Women don't. Women are born with their value. Men must earn their value. So if a man's arrogant, more than likely he's probably accomplished something. When a woman's arrogant, 9 out of 10 times, she hasn't accomplished anything. She just has a bunch of DMs. See, this is the problem that a lot of modern day women have. They lack critical thinking skills. Women tend to go off of their feelings versus what's real. They go off the feels and not the reals. What a girl is supposed to do is come into a man's life, see where he's deficient. Okay, I noticed that you like to go to the gym at this time. I'm going to make sure that you have a protein shake with as many grams of protein as you need.
Just get a PA.
I'm going to make sure that's done, and I'm a deductive problem solver. I'm able to be observant, because that's women's gift, is being observant of social situations. That's why women are socially superior to men. Oh, I thought you were going to say that's sexist. Okay. No, it's never sexist when a guy mentions something about a woman that's positive. So a woman's job is to use that social calibration that they have, that they're superior to men in, and be able to be like, okay, this guy's deficient in this and deficient in this, etc. Let me come in, compliment, make this guy operate. He's already operating at 95%. I'm going to get him to 102. And when you're at a high level already, that extra 2, 3, 4, 5% is what helps you beat the competition.
This guy's dangerous. Women will do that. A lot of women will give you that life. They will give you that balance. They will compliment you, but they're not going to just do it until you're serious. You know, because men like to play the field for a very long time.
When you're with a guy of value, you got to understand that he has the leverage, not you. You're applying to be his girlfriend. My way or the highway, baby, because at the end of the day, when you can replace a girl, that's when she respects you. It's on the woman to prove to me that she's worthy of a relationship. That's where a lot of girls make a mistake. They'll sit there and say, I'm good, I'm loyal, blah, 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 blah. I want to, see how you do before you get promoted. I'm not going to give a girl the position of secretary or underboss, right, or second in charge of my company unless she's been vetted. She's got to work her way up. The problem is that we give women CEO jobs when they haven't proven themselves and they don't respect the job.
Who's listening to this man?
So here's the thing, you're looking at equality from a human perspective. I'm not saying that men are better than women from a human perspective. I'm saying that men are leaders, so therefore we cannot be equal. When you're on the battlefield, right, and the lieutenant or whoever the commanding officer is on the battlefield, you're not equal to him as, a regular soldier. He is the leader. You're not equal, but there's a reason. There's a hierarchy to dictate order. If the woman is equal to the guy, well, who's going to make the final decision? Nothing gets done by a committee. There always has to be one leader in charge. There's a reason why there's a president, there's a CEO, etc. Both people can't be alphas, as they say. The problem is this. Women are confused about what men actually want. They think a CEO, a boss, a business owner, ambitious, competitive woman. We don't give a shit about none of that stuff. Men don't care about that. And I would argue the more money a man makes, the less he cares about his woman's ability to earn money. Men and women are not the same. Women basically become the very men that they want to attract.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, so men, I find that men will say that they like women that have ambition to start. It's what makes...
It's a lie to get laid.
No, I wouldn't say it's even a lie.
It's a lie to get laid.
It's not, because for me, whenever, I've dated and stuff like that, a lot of men say they like the fact that I am ambitious, that I have a career.
They want to get laid.
No, but I'm saying, in general, a lot of men get irritated, nowadays, so you're dating all these women and you're going to say, all these women do this, is they do nothing and they expect. But that's the qualities that a traditional woman would bring. She'd want a man to do things for her, so...
But here's the thing. She complements that man's life.
So do you want a relationship?
Monogamous?
So how many girlfriends do you want?
I mean, as many as I can. I mean, I probably have 4 wives. I think I could do 4.
This man wants 4 wives. He's going back 500 years?
4 wives is the way to go. Because if one acts stupid, you can go ahead and get another one.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. No guy wants to be monogamous. Man, most guys that are monogamous out of force. If I lined up 100 dudes and I said, listen, man, you can keep your girlfriend, right, while you simultaneously smash these girls and she's not going to care, he's going to take it. Every time. Most guys have to kind of concede to what their girl wants. This stupid quote, happy wife, happy life. I think that's the dumbest quote ever.
I mean, it's a good quote.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because a woman's job is to please the man, not the other way around. A woman's job is
to please each other.
Women are pleased by being with the best man in the area. Women are pleased by you being the best version of yourself. As a man gains more status, success, income, etc., the woman wins. All his success, she benefits from that. It's not the same. When a woman makes more money, earns more status, etc., and she starts to outgrow her man, she's going to look for a better man. Men and women are not the same.
But some women, we are emotional beings. We will stay with the man.
Which is a problem. They're erratic.
But we will stay with the man. If a man loves us and is loyal, we will stay.
Really? Is that why women initiate an overwhelming amount of the breakups? Because they're emotional and they're loyal? No. Women are the most disloyal creatures that we have.
Yeah, but I feel like you're...
Which is okay.
So do you like the whole sugar baby kind of lifestyle? Man look after the woman. That's you?
No, not at all.
But that sounds like it. You want to be this provider. So that sounds like it.
Well, here's the thing.
But then you moan about women for doing that. So, if you show that you provide...
I accept that women are hypergamous creatures that want to get their needs met through men. I accept this reality, and I've accepted it a long time ago. I'm a firm believer that men need to be men need to lead, women follow, men pay for dates, men should provide, men should be breadwinners. I think women working should be elective. I don't think it should be mandatory.
This guy is definitely a sugar daddy.
I tell guys all the time, go on sugar sites and use them to date, because there's a lot of girls on there that aren't necessarily, how do I say this, sugar babies that are just looking to be taken care of and paid an allowance. There's a good amount of girls on there that make their own money or just want to deal with a guy that has his stuff together. Let's be honest. Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, these traditional dating apps, they fail 90+% of men, and the stats show that. How you meet a woman matters a lot more than meeting the woman. What I mean by that is that women place a lot of importance in the context under which they meet you. It's my job as a man to not get finessed.
Did you ever get finessed? Because I kind of feel like you run this
flag
so hard.
Every guy's taking L's. I wouldn't be in a position to be able to give this information if I didn't take plenty of L's.
Listen, he's definitely been finessed before, and now he's come back with a vengeance. Okay, it'll be interesting to see what your experience with London women are?
Okay, they're not as hot as the girls in Miami, I'll just be honest. You know, but Miami's an anomaly. Like, we got the most attractive girls, you know, per capita, like, in some places in the world. Like, if you could compete, like, maybe with Colombia, Brazil, etc. But, yeah, I mean, Miami's an anomaly. Yeah, British girls are not as hot as Miami girls. I mean, but, it is what it is. Yeah. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I'll try to womanize here and see what happens. But my standards have went up. Oh, yeah. What?
That's not good.
That's a good thing. See, it's such a negative term, but womanizers are actually the best guys.
Yeah.
Womanize. I hope he meets a woman from South. Really?
They know what's attractive. They know how to take a girl on a date. They know how to treat a woman well, etc. It's the weirdos that you guys don't want. The womanizers are the ones you guys want. The misogynists, those guys.
Oh.
I would argue sexism benefits women.
Really?
100%.
Why is that?
Because with sexism, it adds a whole other standard and a whole other league for women. I mean, if there wasn't sexism, there wouldn't be a WNBA or a female MLS, or we wouldn't have different standards for, you know, female police officers or female firefighters, etc. I mean, actually in the UK, if I'm not mistaken, female firefighters can fail the test and still get the job, versus a man would never be able to do that. I can't think of anything sexist that benefits men, besides maybe being able to sleep with a lot of girls and being respected, but that's tough to do.
This is ridiculous. What, sleep with loads of women?
100%, very difficult.
I do agree, like, it's a lot harder for men to get sex, but I don't understand, like, why there's so much obsession with, like, this body count and everything and the double standard.
Do you have an issue that men have an issue with a woman's body count, or do you have an issue with men wanting a lot of sex?
A bit of both, really, because I kind of feel like you get mad if a woman is sleeping with multiple men.
Yeah, rightfully so.
But then if you do the same.
Men and women aren't the same. Well, how about this? Let's say me and you are dating, right, hypothetically, and you find out that I might have done some gay porn in the past to make some money. What would happen? Keep it 1,000 with me.
What would happen?
Yeah.
I feel like...
You would break up with me. That's the truth. You would leave me if you found out.
Well, because I would assume that you were gay, and then I'm your secret to cover up your gay identity.
But my past matters, right?
But it's not necessarily like the fact that it's your past that matters, it's just the fact that you aren't being...
But it was unattractive. That's how men feel about women that have a past. Men are interested in a woman's past, women are interested in a man's future. Body count matters, ladies. If you're a hoe, you are a hoe by definition. And men are not hoes, we are hoe makers. That's the reality.
So would you not be with a woman for her family background or whatever like that? Because I kind of feel when you do your background check, those things are really important when you're dating someone, because you kind of want to understand their mindset. Yeah, there's always exceptions to the rule, but in general, girls that come from broken homes typically tend to have very bad habits. Girls that don't have a father in their life typically tend to have bad habits. Is this all? No, but a majority of women that don't have these things in place typically don't end up being good women in general. They don't have rudimentary basics. Or if they have trauma in their life, whatever, you know, trauma destroys women, but it builds men. This guy is insane. Like, I actually think he believes his own bullshit. So as a guy, it's your job to find a girl that isn't, it's going to sound terrible, and hopefully I don't get canceled for me saying this, tarnished. Tarnished. Yeah. It's not really fair to say tarnished. Yeah, well, I mean... Because, like, a lot of people do hold themselves accountable and do the work and personal development. Women? Well, yes, we do. So before you want to... Glad you find it funny. Why does he keep laughing at me? Most girls don't hold themselves accountable whatsoever. Most girls rarely self-approve, if ever. Most girls think, I'm special, I'm perfect the way that I am, I'm a princess, I deserve the world, and unfortunately, reality kind of smacks them in the face because they can't keep a guy long-term. They just get used for sex. And once modern day women understand that you actually have to compete, you actually have to show up to that job interview for that prestigious law firm in a suit and actually be ready to do the work, you're never going to be able to keep a job, or in this case, keep a guy. Right. Have you ever suffered with mental health? No, thankfully. Really? If I'm going through something, I'm able to just like kind of use it as motivation to push myself through that time period. So how do you deal with it? Through fitness, I'm guessing? Yeah, that's a big one. I was a Division I athlete in college, and I rode. It's a very painful sport for anyone that does it. So if you can do a 2,000 meter race or a 6,000 meter race, then you can deal with a lot of other stuff, Makes you mentally tough. Mentally tough. Do you find that you always have to be tough? Yeah, you can't afford to not be as a man, because the difference is this. When a woman cries on a man's shoulder, that man doesn't lose attraction and respect for that woman. However, if a man cries on a woman's shoulder, she's inevitably going to lose respect for that man. She might not at that moment. She might be there like, I got you, whatever. But
there's something revolting from a female perspective to see their man cry. Now, you might not be someone that's like that, but I've had so many women on my podcast say, I thought I can accept it, but when you cried in front of me, it just changed. No. And the reason why is because like there's this visceral like switch in a woman's head. It's like, this guy's crying in front of me, showing weakness. Damn, this guy can't protect me and provide for me, right? Even if it's not true, even if it's like a moment of weakness, it can show something that like, oh, this guy isn't there. Because like women are designed to look for survival value in men. Men are designed to look for replication value in women.
Yeah, I think it's unfair to like completely rule that out, because I feel like it's fair for a man to be able to do that. You are allowed to have a moment of weakness.
Life isn't fair.
But okay, life's not fair. But I think you should be allowed your moment of weakness, and I kind of feel like from a woman's perspective, it will be then how you then deal with that.
I think we should end world hunger. I also think that we shouldn't have nuclear weapons and people shouldn't be dying needlessly, etc. But I can't operate on should, could, and would. I operate on what is. And what is that women are inherently unattracted to weak men, and crying and showing vulnerability is a component to that.
No, so you wouldn't cry in front of me?
Absolutely not. Never. You would never see that.
Have you ever been in love?
To a woman?
Yeah.
I've had love for women, but I don't think.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it's in a man's best interest to be in love with a woman.
But
you lose control.
So I feel like everything and your standpoint on women is gonna change the moment you like meet the right woman. Yeah.
That's cute, but no. I mean, I have, I've had love for women, but I'm never gonna fall in love with a woman, because when you fall in love with a woman, what happens is you start to lose grounding and you start to lose that rational thought. A lot of the stupid things that men do is because of love.
So you're scared to be vulnerable?
No.
And let yourself go and be in love. Like you're gonna block yourself from like emotion and to feel for something that could be really amazing for you because you're scared to be vulnerable.
No, because I understand that men and women are different, and men love women far differently than women love men. Men love women for real. Women love men.
Women love men for real.
No, they don't.
Yes,
Women love men under the premise that they provide value. Men love women idealistically. Women tend to love men more from an opportunistic standpoint.
Yes. You don't?
No,
All men, can I just say all men say they don't, and they actually do.
I really don't.
You've never done it in your life.
No, I've done it in my life.
So yes.
But the last time I did it was 2014. I remember specifically.
What?
Yeah, never again.
Why?
Female vaginas are disgusting.
No, they're not.
Do you eat vagina? Exactly. Point proven.
No point proven.
You don't do it. Why should I do it?
Listen, a woman's body is beautiful. For me, what I don't understand is like why it's such a stern no, because why wouldn't you want to please your woman? You know, because have you not ever seen...
Like I said before, it's a woman's job to please a man, not the other way around.
No, that is actually ridiculous. When it comes to being intimate and in the bedroom, it's not. It's like, when you do something for someone, have you not seen how, and they like it, have you not seen how much they perform better? And I'm not just talking sexually, like in general.
I don't want to sound like an asshole, but a woman's ejaculation is irrelevant. You only need one ejaculation to create life, and that's the man's. Now, with that said, does that mean I'm not going to please my girl or whatever? Of course I will, but it's elective.
Definitely shit in bed.
Just like a woman's, duty to go to work is elective, my duty to please her sexually is elective.
That is ridiculous.
How's that ridiculous?
Because, oh, no.
Oh, you know what? How about this? With that logic, I'm just going to stop paying the bills.
Okay.
That would be ridiculous,
I'll have to
wouldn't
go
it be?
work then.
Huh?
I'll have to go and work then and start paying the bills.
Hey, and then you'd lose attraction from me, wouldn't you?
But I just don't understand why, I feel if you just started doing it, you might have a better, relationship.
Well, no.
Your woman might not like it, but I'm just saying, from a standpoint, I don't understand why you have to constantly dominate, even in this scenario. Like, having sex is an intimate thing. It's an energy exchange.
Energy exchange, more typical female gibberish. Like, bro, energy exchange, what the hell? Bro, get out of here with that.
It's a really beautiful thing. So why would you not want to make her feel good?
Most women get off on you getting off. That's the truth. If we're going to be all the way about this.
No. Women thought that. No. Women used to think that through porn.
Really?
Through everything. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is what I'm saying. But women have started pleasuring ourselves, doing things. So now we know how nice certain things feel.
And women are more miserable now than ever before.
I don't think they are.
Women derive their pleasure from serving a man they love, admire, and respect, and their children. I provide. So then you got to provide the ejaculations. Men... I mean, I don't know what's so hard to get about
I'm trying to work out if you're being serious or you're actually like playing a game with me.
That's serious. A guy getting his girl off is elective. They should do it, but they don't have to. Just like I think a man has to work and his woman
Okay,
shouldn't
we'll just
have
do it and then just see what you get different results. That's all I'm saying.
to. I don't do that. I'm not. And if that's what she needs to get off, well, too bad. I'm not doing it.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's a submissive thing too. That like I'm not.
What is your issue with men submitting to women? Like genuinely, I feel like this is a big issue of yours.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah,
So,
no, but I'm saying, I'm just saying, don't go into
what?
Don't go into it because you're about
into
to go
what?
into it. I'm just saying, genuinely, you have such an issue with just.
you don't like when I use
men.
your logic on you.
He has definitely got some issues. No, I just don't like the fact that it's this power dominating thing that you want as a man. Like, yes, you can have it, but just in some situations, just know when to also submit as a man and surrender. Not everyday masculine man.
No,
Glad you find it funny.
Absolutely not. We will not. We don't negotiate with terrorists. We don't concede to women.
So women have been dogs, terrorists. What's the relationship like with the women in your life, like family-wise?
Fantastic. It's actually my mom that taught me a lot of I grew up in a Muslim household, so she was the one that told me, "Don't commit to these Western women." Blah blah blah. So my mom is actually like a very strong symbol in my life when it comes to navigating this situation. If it weren't for her, I'd probably be a simp. You know?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I grew up but my parents are together to this day. My dad, my dad was the man. My mom was the woman. My dad led. My mom followed, and you know, they have a fantastic relationship, and a big part of that is because they you know, stuck to their roles. And it was my mom that told me from a young age, don't marry these American women, these Western women. They're not going to cook and clean for you. They're not going to take care of you. You're going to come to the home, it's going to be disheveled, blah blah blah. And I used to think to myself, like, Mom, chill, what's wrong with you? But now that I'm 32 versus being 20 years later, I'm able to look back on that advice and be like, God damn, Mom was spitting some heat back in the day.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's understandable why you think the way that you think because of your environment and your influence, which is a good thing for you.
My background, right? Like I didn't like at first. It was like, okay, I don't agree with this, right? Because I used to be like, you know, growing up American. I was born in Connecticut. I was like, Mom, you're wrong. Like women aren't like that. What's wrong with you? Blah blah blah. Like you're a misogynist, Mom, and you got some ingrained misogyny, right?
You even said that.
No. But back then I don't even think I knew what that word was. That's like a buzz term nowadays that no one knows the definition of anyway. But anyway, so as I got older, right, like. The things that she started to reflect more and more when I dealt with more and more girls. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? And talking with other men, talking with, you know, with women, etc. My experiences, like, and then talking with thousands of men, and then also I'm in a very unique position where I've talked to both genders on a podcast, coaching sessions, etc. So I'm in a, you know, very certain situation where I'm able to get anecdotal evidence. I have statistics, etc. to back up what I'm saying. And I would say, my approach to dealing with women, dating, relationships, sex, etc., is a very pragmatic way to approach the dating marketplace based on today's scenarios. Would this dating advice work in the 1950s? Maybe not, because women were different back then. But nowadays, they're significantly different. Like from a more negative standpoint, not to a man's benefit. Okay.
Right, so yes or no?
That's a hell no. Unacceptable, disgusting. Would never wipe that girl up. Recreational use only, guys.
Why a hell no? So what's yours?
What's my body count? What's the term in England when you want to invoke the Fifth Amendment but you can't?
No comment.
No comment. There we go.
So no comment. So is yours over 200? 300. Yours is a lot more.
Sparta.
Wow, and yours is over 300, and then you want to get mad at 30. This isn't even a double standard anymore. Like, he's just taking it too far. I think it's more attractive if a man doesn't, because if you can... No, it is. Like, if you can show discipline, why are you laughing?
Yeah.
No, because if for me, it shows, like, self-control and discipline.
Most men, if left to their own devices, want to have sex with as many women as possible. Men are designed to spread seed. We want quantity. Women are designed to protect their egg for the best seed. Women want quality. We're very different.
Do you think you're liked as a person?
That's a good question. That's a very, very good question. And my thing is create a legacy so that whether they like you or not, they respect you. Yeah. That's what I care about. I don't care if people like me or not. Because I'll tell you this, there's plenty of girls that I've had sex with that didn't like me. but they respected me. Because women must respect you to fuck you.
Yes and no. So why wouldn't you?
Because I'm the man. You were attracted to me in the first place because of my lifestyle. I'm not going to change who I am because of a woman. When a man changes for a woman, he grows into something she's going to have contempt for. When a woman changes for a man, she'll grow into something he'll love. That's how I got you in the first place. Why would I change? And that's the biggest mistake that guys make, is they get in a relationship, they get comfortable, they get fat, they lose their ambition. I got her, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And that woman starts to lose what? Respect for him. When a woman changes for a man, he gains more respect for her.
Men and women are so different, aren't they?
They are. When you're changing for a woman, that inevitably puts her in a leadership role. And when a woman's in a leadership role, she's going to lead you all right to the end of the relationship.
Justin.
Yeah.
No, why not?
I'm not going to let a girl look at my phone.
Why?
Because I'm going to have other girls in there. 100%. The thing is that most women can't handle the truth. So I'm very big on like being upfront and letting her know, listen, I'm going to have other girls, whatever it may be, but you're the main one. And she's got to accept that. But her looking at my phone is just going to hurt her feelings.
So you want an open relationship?
Yeah, open on mine, close on her end.
That's not fair though.
Life isn't fair.
I don't know. I just kind of feel like the kind of relationship that I want isn't that.
What if I told you women don't know what they want in general?
Some don't.
Most don't.
Some.
This has been statistically proven that women don't know what
Okay,
they want.
cool. In your little incel culture podcast.
Okay, women don't know what they want, and worse yet, they're not going to be honest about what they want because of strict societal standards where they don't want to look like hoes.
Yeah, because you guys call women hoes.
Rightfully so.
Anything. Not rightfully so.
Why can we call guys bums, but we can't call girls hoes?
Why can't a woman just like be sexually liberated? Genuinely, why does she have to be a hoe?
Okay, do you want to be a hoe?
I don't really care what you think if you're gonna say I'm a hoe.
No,
but I'm saying.
No, I'm asking you. I'm not attacking you. I'm asking you this as a question.
I don't want to be labelled a hoe for what you guys paint as a hoe.
Well, let's peel a layer back. Do you want to go out and have sex with a bunch of different men at the same time?
Why would I want to do that?
Okay. You want to hear something magical? Most women don't want to do that. Most girls don't even want to be hoes, yet girls argue and, debate to be hoes. I don't get it. They don't even want to be hoes.
We don't, but it's just a double standard. We don't want you to...
Wah.
Sorry?
Are we going to cry? There's a bunch of double standards that
I'm
don't
not gonna
benefit
cry,
men.
but I'm just saying that I feel like this hyper-independence liberation movement is because we're just sick of men like you that want to just attack women for being able to do something that you guys are doing just as much.
I'm not attacking. I'm reporting
No, but
a fact.
I'm saying in general, like...
I'm reporting a fact. If a woman is promiscuous, she is by definition a hoe.
Okay. And you, sleeping around?
I am a homemaker.
Right. Homemaker. You're just an idiot.
Men can be hoes.
Okay.
Men that have sex with a lot of women are successful.
In your eyes, as men, this is the thing, it's like this brotherhood thing. It's you guys. It's
Incorrect.
you...
Okay, let's go back to biology.
No, we're not going to keep going back to biology, actually. No, we're not.
That's where it all stems from.
Why does he keep going back to biology? We're not in a science lesson. So, what would you do if I was going on holiday every other month?
You'd be single.
Really?
Are we going together? Or are you going by
Sometimes.
yourself? Sometimes. Oh no, you'd be single.
What would you do if I couldn't cook?
You'd be single.
Can you cook?
That's irrelevant.
No. Can you cook, though?
Can you fight? Let's ask pointless questions.
How is it a pointless question? I'm trying to get to know you.
Because that's your job,
What's my job?
to make sandwiches.
Did he actually just say, my job is to make sandwiches?
How am I going to fight off the intruders if you don't make sandwiches? I need sustenance.
You're a dick. What would you do if I earned more money than you?
It would never happen.
How do you know that?
Because no girl's going to match my ambition or drive.
I'm quite an ambitious woman.
LOL. That's cute, but it would never happen. Men build the world for real.
Why is the goal always about being on top, firstly?
Well, missionary is a fantastic position, first of all. And the other reason why men have to be on top is because that's the only thing women respect.
There's so many people that just like a nice, quiet, humble life.
Here's the thing. All women, you know what?
Stop saying all women as well.
Okay, now that you said that. All women want a guy that's better than them.
Why do you get annoyed and so frustrated about men that are simps?
They're giving women that don't deserve attention and validation, messing up for everybody.
It's nice when you have men that are attentive to your needs.
By you being successful and being the man that she wants in general, you're already attentive to her needs.
What would you do if your family didn't like me?
Too bad. I've made, mistakes in Islamic culture, but my parents trust my judgment and they would accept it.
What would you do if I had a lot of male friends?
A girl that has a lot of guy friends is a problem. That's a liability. Male friends, Big red flag. If a girl has a bunch of male friends and she's not willing to give that up to be with you, for the streets. Women value a man that has social proof. Men don't care about a woman's social proof. When you have friends, it's a liability. When I have friends, it's social proof. It makes me more attractive. It makes you less attractive.
What would you do if your friends were liking my pictures?
I don't associate with men that can't attract women. All my friends are good with women. And there's a bunch of reasons for this, but you can't hang out with simps. You can't have friends that are thirsty for women. Yeah, simps mess everything up, but it makes it better for guys like us, man. We just come in and it is what it is. We clean up. Anytime a woman is the focal of a man's life, it's a problem. No. 100%. And the only way a man can give a woman the best life is when she's not the focus.
I don't think so.
Well, that's easy for you to say as a woman.
What would you do if I wanted to start an OnlyFans?
You're serious?
Yeah.
You'd be single.
Why'd I be single?
Because I'm not going to have my girl out there on the internet showing her butthole for $3.99. Your girl wants to do OnlyFans? Bro, you ain't got a girl, you got a 304. To the streets she shall return, I'm telling you, or else your life is going to suck.
But what if I just wanted to make my own money?
Can't do it being my assistant or something else?
Your assistant, an actual paid assistant.
Yeah, paid by penis. You're getting everything else. You get the lifestyle, you're living for free, traveling the world, whatever it may be. You get the title of my last name. It's a W for you all the way. You get seen in public with me.
His ego is through the roof. How do you think you've done on the date?
I thought this was supposed to be a date.
Yes. Oh, would you like me to be more submissive? Oh my God. Hi. would that make you feel better?
It would, but it's okay. It was a debate. It's fine.
Really? So next time, if you want to date...
A debate date.
So if
Debate
a woman
date.
wants to date you,
Yeah.
she just has to come being a pick-me.
I mean, giving a man what he wants, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, of course not.
You're expecting a masculine man that's a leader, ambitious, etc. So I expect a woman that's feminine and submissive. I don't understand why it's a crime for a man to want a woman the opposite of him when women want the opposite of themselves. Being toxically masculine is bad, but that's what women really want.
So if I surrender and be more submissive...
It'll make you way more attractive.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I would take you on a serious date if you were submissive.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So we're just going to...
Is this the part where we cut the camera? No, I'm just kidding.
I'll keep it rolling for this. Exhausting. That was heavy.
It was fantastic. I won the debate.
Yeah? You think she likes you?
I think she respects me.
This just turned into a debate, and this is the problem. Like, he doesn't let me just challenge him and not every day argue, you know?
I don't feel like I got grilled at all. Like I said, I'm a professional when it comes to deciphering womanese. And I do this all the time. I'm a professional womanizer / misogynist, so this is what I do.
I know he's got some deep-rooted issues that he needs to work on, because right now he's projecting it into society in the wrong way.
Well, I'm not delusional, so I'm going to say a 10 out of 10.
Once again, this is the kind of breed of man that I will not entertain. He believes in what he wants, and he probably does get women because of his bullshit that he spills. So that's on him. But for me, it's a no, so he's going to get a 3.2.